Okay, so this is the morning market update for April 12th. Let's have a look and see what's going on. The market's opened quite strong this morning. The SPY was up, I think, close to 1% at some time. It has backed off a bit here now. It did sell off maybe a 1-2, big wave 3, 4 and 5 now in fifth wave consolidation. This could be making our reverse head and shoulders kind of pattern on the 2-minute chart. But we can see on the daily, it continues to be so strong. Big wave 1, 2, wave 3 starting. This is going to take this all to all-time new highs. I mean, we are getting very close to that level now. So super strong in the markets. NDX is up 0.2% today. It also had been up close to 1%, I think, maybe a 0.7. But it really is sort of, it is making higher lows, higher highs, but not that volatile in here right at the moment as it approaches the all-time high. But it is continuing to be very strong. It is in the strong uptrending channel. Markets are very strong for us. The Dow up 0.7. It was up a full point earlier. Backed off a bit now. Big gap up, but through resistance in this area here. This is a 1-2, coiling 2, now breaking out 3. Look for this to continue in this new channel, maybe like this. It's pretty steep. Probably won't be able to maintain that type of angle, but and you know, we're not that far off the 700 points off the all-time highs. Trannies were also strong today, though they were up quite a bit more, up over 1% now, up 0.6%, breaking out through resistance. This is a big wave 1. Wave 2 with a 3-wave correction, and then this is wave 3, 1, 2, start of wave 3 in wave 3. So a 5-wave pattern in wave 3. This will take this up well over 11,600, this next move. That's on the trannies. The main ETFs you're watching, I was talking about the financials this morning. Big pop, now pulled back a bit with the markets, but we can see a huge gap up here, and this is earnings are starting to come out. JP Morgan was very strong. Back to the Dow, the Disney was very strong. So these are it's in the start of earnings season. Things are really starting. You know, I mean, this is big reverse head and shoulders pattern, breaks the neckline, popping out now. Super strong. SMH is up 0.95%. This is approaching the all-time highs. Look at this here. I mean, it's crazy. Absolutely amazing. Opportunity of a lifetime. Here we go. LABU off 0.48%. It continues to be in this rising channel. It is pulled back here a bit. IWM, which is the ETF for the Russell 2000, is right at the resistance area here. Again, this could be a wave 1 and then wave 2, 3-wave corrective. Now the start of wave 3 needs to get through this level here. You know, 158.50 kind of area, maybe a little more, 160. But this is a 1-2 start of wave 3. Nice strong uprising channel there. Oil, the oil ETF is up slightly here today after consolidating a bit. Look for this to continue to move higher. If you're in a big bull market, then commodities tend to be strong. Oil, copper, zinc. Gold is flat today. FANG stocks, Apple backed off a bit, down 167, but remains in the strong uptrend. Amazon flat on the day. Facebook up $1.25. It is holding this trend line, and actually right coming up to resistance at the 180. Look for that to break through. 1, 2, wave 3 starting. A 5-wave pattern. Google up 656 here today. Strong. This continues to be in the strong uptrending channel. It's mid-range, but it's, you know, it's very, very strong. Netflix is backing off here. It's down 13, maybe earnings or something's come out. Has broken this trend line that it was in, this channel. So we'll see with Netflix. Sorry, excuse me. The Microsoft trading all-time new highs again, making a nominal new high. Super strong. Continues in this big uptrending channel. It's a mid-channel, but it's breaking out. Intel also coming up to all-time highs. It's not that far off. A couple bucks. Same thing. Remains in this big, strong uptrending channel. What else? Nvidia off 46 cents today. Intuitive Surgical. Again, making nominal new highs in here. This is going to 6.25, 625. It's my next target for Intuitive Surgical. Our indicators, we can see that the the stocks over the 40-day moving average at 64%. So it did pull, rolled over, pulled back to the 50, gave us some energy to go to the next, make the next move. Now it's 64, very neutral. Same with the oscillator at 46, very neutral in here. There's lots of opportunity to get this market going, and with the VIX coming down around 12.5, there's complacency in the market. There's no fear. So I would look to see this market continue to trade higher, especially now that we're coming into earnings, and I would expect earnings to be strong. The pot stocks a little bit better today after their, but they are kind of out of favor at the moment. CGC did pop a bit as it's going to be included in the Canadian TSX 60. So it is up a bit today. Crown up 60 cents, flat on ACB, up 15 cents on the Alpha APHA, APRIA, I guess, APRIA, and PYX up 16 cents. So a little bit of movement there, not too much. A couple of ones from our watch list last night. ARG up 36 cents, so not really anything of too excitement. Domo traded off. And the FTFT never really got going. PGNX did start off with a bit of a bang here this morning, traded up to 560 through the breakout level, but now backed off. The chart looks more impressive than it really is. It's only a 10-cent move, 10, 15-cent move, so no real trades there. The PHUN never really got going and then just sold off hard down to 8.12. STNG, this stock continues to trade higher. It's only a small move. I had said over 23.77. Look for, trade it to 27.50. It's a bit aggressive. So over 23.70, it did trade to 24.30, so 60-cent move. Nothing too much, but there was a bit of a trade there in it. TIGR is up 48 cents today, but it did trade up as high as 17.73 from a $17, $17.10 entry level. So a 60 or 70 cent trade in there on that one. Now coiling in here. This is a swing trade of ours. We put it on, I think, around 16.50. But it's a new fairly new IPO, but it's quite strong, and it just continues to trade higher. So looks good. The Yeti never did anything for us. Pre-market. This CRC, it was stronger pre-market, but then Goldman Sachs came out with a negative report on it, from hold to sell, $20 target. So I exited our position on the swing trade. Just who knows what's going to happen with it. So let's just watch it now. We may be able to get, because oil is stronger. I don't agree with what they're saying, but I just have to be cautious with it. So I took the position off on the CRC, made a small profit on it, and let it see how it trades out. A few others that we were watching, CBay off 20 cents, never really did anything. This Disney was a big win from the call this morning. We called Disney at, let's see, what did we say? Yeah, I had targets 127 and 129.50, and it traded to 131. Now, in all fairness, a lot of that move was taken pre-market, so if you had taken it at the opening around, 128, still had a $3 move in it. Even 129 gives you a couple of bucks. It's a very strong chart. I mean, this is huge. This is huge for the markets. Look at this. I mean, look at this gap up. It's absolutely. This is a leisure stock. This is trading to all-time new highs. This is not an indication that the world is coming to an end. This is showing us that people have disposable income. They're spending it on leisure, not on basics, not on consumer defensive. This is very powerful for the markets, for the economy. JP Morgan also was one this morning we talked about. Came on at the sort of 109, traded to 111. What did I say about JP? I said, trade to 110 and 112. So it did hit our targets. Hit our trade to 111.20. So nice little trade in there for us. The FAST, it continued. Well, it is up nominally. I mean, it's up 63 cents on the day. It almost did break out. Kind of a grinder, though. So we traded that yesterday. QD, it just never. I was looking to trade this over the 585, but there was so much selling at this 590 area. I backed off. I didn't trade it. KTOV was one that also was first thing this morning. Sonny talked about that. And there was this big squeeze here this morning. It got up to the double top, and now it just continues to drift off. So nothing really there. But I mean, earlier there was. This VTL, we were watching this pre-market, but it got into this downtrending channel and never really afforded us a trade earlier in the day. But now it's coming back and has broken through this resistance here, sort of at the 110. I mean, that is a rising channel for it, but I don't know, it's pretty tough to. It's traded 48 million today. Choppy, very, very choppy. Tough to make money on those kind of stocks. Other stocks we traded today. Well, we didn't trade this. I mean, you may have tried to get into this thing, but it just spiked, halt, spike, halt, spike, halt, spike. I mean, how do you get into it? And then on the way back down, how do you get out of it? So I don't know. I mean, you probably see lots of people on Twitter saying how much money they made in RBC, and maybe they did, but that was very difficult to trade. And then the CTRM did the same thing, spike, halt, and then came back down sharply. Man, I mean, you have to have a lot of nerve to trade this kind of volatility and this kind of I mean, what's the pattern? It's a very difficult pattern to get out, you know, to figure out what's going on there. This Ren took a pop this morning, but I mean 20 cents, so now backing off. What else did we trade? I think that's about it. Yeah.